Okay, binary acids. Binary acids are composed of two elements. The first one, hydrogen, because all acids contain hydrogen, and it's going to be attached to another nonmetal. The nonmetals are to the right of the stair step on the periodic table. All acids must be dissolved in water. That means they have to have an AQ after their chemical formula, otherwise it is wrong. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If you have HCl versus HCl-AQ, HCl is hydrogen chloride. HCl-AQ is dissolved in water, and that is hydrochloric acid. Okay, so this is a common mistake that students make, and I'm just pointing it out so you don't make that same mistake. Okay, so what we're going to do first is I'm going to teach you how to write the chemical names of binary acids, and then we're going to learn how to write the chemical formulas. Just so you know, when we name binary acids, they always begin with hydro. Now, don't carry this over into naming other compounds because every year students do, and they get really confused. It has to be hydrogen attached to a nonmetal with an AQ after it. It can only be a binary acid in order for you to use hydro. Make a mental note, write it down somewhere. Hydro can only be used with a binary acid. It will never be used anywhere else. So when we name these, it's going to be hydro followed by the name of the second nonmetal that's attached to hydrogen. So I'm just going to write the base name of the second nonmetal, and it's going to end in ic, and then you're going to write acid after it. So this is already typed up for you in your notes, all pretty, which I did for you a long time ago. Okay, so this is in your chapter handout on page 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at student exercise 15. We're first going to do H2SAQ. Hydrogen is attached to a nonmetal. Sulfur, it's dissolved in water. That makes it a binary acid. So this is hydrosulfuric acid. Students always say, how do you know that it's sulfuric and not sulfic acid? Here's the trick. You go with the one that sounds better. Does sulfic or sulfuric sound better? Sulfuric sounds better, so that's the one that we go with. Okay? All right, let's go on to HIAQ. Hydrogen attached to the nonmetal iodine, it's dissolved in water. This is hydroiodic acid. Again, students often say to me, how do you know that it's iodic acid and not iodinic? Because iodic sounds so much better. Okay, let's go on to H3P. Hydrogen is attached to the nonmetal phosphorus. It's dissolved in water. So this is another binary acid. This is hydrophosphoric acid. Okay. Then we have HF next. This is hydrogen attached to the nonmetal fluorine. This is hydrofluoric acid. Watch the spelling on the fluorine. It's U-O-R. Okay. The last one is H3N AQ. This is hydronitric acid, not hydronitrogic acid. Okay. Okay, now, the great thing about this is I've already made some notes about this for you on the periodic table that you're allowed to use on the test for the chapter and all of the quizzes. So let me show you what I'm talking about. right down here it says acids begin with H, and right here it says Hydroic. Do you see that? That's what you're using to name these. So you just have to remember to look down here. See, I give you everything you need. You just got to be able to reference it and read it, okay? Okay, now let's go on to student exercise number 16, where we are writing the formula of binary acids. So we've got hydrochloric acid first. Remember, when it begins with hydro, that is your clue that this is a binary acid and is made of two things. So if we've got hydrochloric acid, that means we have hydrogen attached to chlorine. Okay? And when the numbers and the charges are the same, they cancel, and I get HCl, and I have to write an AQ after it because it has to be dissolved in water, otherwise it's wrong. Otherwise it's hydrogen chloride. Okay? The next one is hydrophosphoric acid. Remember, when it begins with hydro, that means it's a binary acid. So this is hydrogen attached to the nonmetal phosphorus. We look at the periodic table for the charges. H is +1, P is -3. We're going to cross the numbers in the charges. So the 1 is going to go down, and so is the 3. They become the subscripts on the other elements, but we don't write the number 1 as a subscript. So here, the formula for hydrophosphoric acid is H3P, and you have to write an AQ after it because it has to be dissolved in water. The last one is hydroiodic acid. Remember, when it begins with hydro, that means it is a binary acid. This is hydrogen attached to iodine. The charges are shown. When the numbers in the charges are the same, they cancel. So here my formula is HI with an AQ after it, and you're done. Okay? Now those are binary acids.